Hello, it's a beautiful March day here in the state of Arizona. I hope you are enjoying it. Some people are on spring break and the weather is great for that. Today I thought I would put together a very fast video just because I've had demand for this with people asking me questions. So people will ask me, I'm coming to Sedona, I'm thinking of buying something, what can I get for under $300,000, say? And I'm not saying this to be cruel, it's just that it's very difficult to get anything under $300,000 at all. So I am doing a video on what can you buy for under $400,000 in Sedona. So my name is Dickenson. I sell real estate here in Sedona, Verde Valley, and Flagstaff. If you are interested in finding out more about real estate, certainly give me a call or a text or an email. I always put my contact information below. So let me get started and tell you what I did. I just went to the MLS and I put up a query and pulled back anything that had either closed in the last 6 months or is active or pending in Sedona that had listed for $400,000 or under. And I got about 41 results that came back. Now realize that these are only going to be homes that sold on the MLS. If anything was for sale by owner or say something that went in a mobile home park, I might not see it because some of the mobile home parks are those sales might be dealt with by the park manager, never hit the MLS, but the bulk of the sales for under $400,000 actually did sell in the 2 to 3 mobile home parks that are in Sedona. So I'm going to start first telling you about homes that have sold in Sedona Shadows. Now, Sedona Shadows, it's very popular because it's in the heart of Sedona, like the heart of West Sedona. It's actually in a very nice neighborhood. If you're in shape, you might be able to walk to the 89A. I don't know. I wouldn't. But it's close. Some people that are active can walk to a lot of stuff. Now, in Sedona Shadows, I want you to keep in mind it's a 55-plus community and it has a land lease, which that means you're buying the mobile home itself or the manufactured home itself and not the land that it sits on. And so you're going to have a land lease fee. So now I'm seeing different prices for the land lease, and I think it's going to base on what the date was when you signed your lease contract. But I'm seeing the lowest lot fee $10,050 a month and the highest lot fee about $1,200 a month. So keep that in mind. If you would cough up, say, $100,000 to buy one of those manufactured homes, you're still paying at least $1,000 a month in a lot fee every single month. So last 6 months, there were about 9 or 10 that sold in Sedona Shadows. Again, those are ones I can see. And the lowest price I saw was $38,000. The highest price, $128,000. Now, there could be more that has sold, like I say, through the park manager, but that's just what's on the MLS. Now, I want you to keep something in mind. A lot of times you'll see a listing on a mobile home in a park and it'll say will not finance. Well, that's not true. Actually, that's because the listing agent doesn't know. I know of 3 lenders that lend only on mobile homes, and they will loan on a mobile home or land, a mobile home in a park, anything built prior to 76. So you know 76 is when HUD made the mobile home manufacturing standards. Hard to get a loan on anything prior to 76, but I know 3 companies that will do it, single wides and park models. Hard to get loans on. I know 3 that will do it, but you're gonna pay higher interest rates. So you might pay 6, 8, 10% interest rate, but maybe that's an alternative for you. So again, Sedona Shadows, 55 plus. There is another 55 plus park, Sunset Village. Again, it's a park. What's odd about Sunset Village, it's a little bit west of Sedona. Still Sedona proper. Very nice though. Some of the places in here have amazing views of Red Rocks or on the other side Mingus Mountain. There's 2 parts of it though. I have seen many of them that are mobile homes on land or manufactured homes on land, and then there's another part where it's 50. They're all 55 plus, but you have a lot lease, you know, so it's an actual park. I had a hard time finding what the park lot lease fee was. It's gonna be somewhere between $600,000 and $900,000. 900. It seems like 900,000. $600 to $900 a month in Sunset Village, and there were 3 units that I saw selling in there last year between $90,000 and $198,000. Again, there's going to be more that didn't show up on the MLS in the mobile home parks, but that is what I had visibility to. Now, In West Sedona, there's a neighborhood called Harmony Hills. There's another one right next to it where you have some mobile home, manufactured homes on land mixed in with single family homes. And the thing is a lot of these are older. They went up when Sedona was just getting populated, and they are in primo locations. So you're going to pay top dollar for these because they are very close to the Red Rocks. You might just walk out of the street and be able to be close to the trail, close to everything. You could look out your window and see some of the top views in Sedona on these mobile home on land. I saw 3 of them, actually 5 of them, sell in the last 6 months. The cheapest one sold for $310,000, but to put this in perspective, that one was built in 1964, so prior to any HUD standards. A couple others up to $415,000. Of course, those are probably double wides. They could be older than 76, though, that have been remodeled. That is what you're going to have to pay in primo part of Sedona for a mobile home or manufactured home on land. Now, there was one more in Sedona proper, manufactured home that went for $263,000, and that was in Oak Creek Canyon. However, that is in a beautiful spot. It again wasn't a 55 plus community. I think the issue with that, why it went for a little less, is it might be in a flood zone, and then you have to pay flood insurance, so that would be something to look into on some of these. Now, if you want to know about single family homes, there were only 2 in Sedona that have sold in the last 6 months, and let me tell you about them. One of them was on Brewer Road. Now, this is actually a primo area, but this home was a condemned home. It looked like it had been on fire. No lender's going to lend on a condemned home. So anyhow, it had listed for $220,000. I remember this sold very quickly. I had people asking me about it, and before I could show it, it went under contract. That one sold for $300,000. Now imagine this, a home that's condemned, burnt out in a fire, $300,000, and you have to pay cash. So the other single family home that sold in the last 6 months was in Village of Oak Creek, and it was on Rainbow Rock. I actually tried to show this one. It went for $355,000. Now this one was small. It was like a 2-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 1 bath. It was single family though, so a nice home. It went for a little less because it's in the neighborhood that allows manufactured homes, so I'm thinking that's why it went for under $400,000, but it was a very nice house. So only 2 single families in Sedona on the MLS that have closed in the last 6 months. So now I'm going to tell you a little bit about townhomes, because townhomes is another good possibility if you're looking for a place to live in Sedona and you don't have a big budget. In the last 6 months in Uptown or West Sedona, I saw 3 of them sell. One unit was a 1-bedroom, 1 bath that went for $389,000. There were 2 other units that were 2-bed, 2 baths that went from the $370,000 to $405,000 range. So that's again the heart of primo Sedona. Now I'm going to move you over to Village of Oak Creek, which is where I live. Village of Oak Creek is nice because it's a little bit smaller. It's away from the hustle and bustle. We still have a Sedona address. We still have views of beautiful red rocks, but you might be able to get a better deal in a Village of Oak Creek. There were 3 manufactured homes on land that sold there in this last 6 months, and realize that there's no park that I know of, so the ones that sell in Village, you do have your own land. They went between $305,000 and $375,000. Now, in the only neighborhood in the Village that allows these, you have to be careful because some of them are in a flood zone and they could require flood insurance. You would have to talk to the flood insurance broker about that. I do know a couple of them, but it will be at least $100 a month, maybe more, to get flood insurance if you would buy in that neighborhood. Now, townhomes. There are actually a lot of very nice townhomes in Village of Oak Creek. One of the more popular complexes is called Turkey Hill, and what I like about Turkey Hill is that they're all single story, so you don't have anybody above you. That's very nice. A lot of them are 2-bed, 2-bath. You have a parking space like right in front of your unit, and you have a little patio with a little bit of grass. That's nice. If you have a dog, you can put up one of those tiny fences. So these are nice Turkey Hill units. There was one of them in the last 6 months that was a 1-bed, 1-bath. Most of them are 2-bed, 2-baths, but their 1-bed, 1-bath went for $308,000, and there might be one for sale right now. unless it's sold, because that was yesterday, over 350, a 1-bedroom, 1-bath. So now there were 4 other units in that same complex that sold in Turkey Hill, 2-bed, 2-baths. Those went from 335 to 372,000. Okay, and now if you go over on Cortez, which is on the east side of the 179, there are 3 buildings that were once apartment buildings and they've converted them to condos. So apartment to condo conversions can be nice, but realize sometimes you might have problems getting a loan on them, especially if it was not done that long ago. I think the ones of Cortez have only converted in the last 2 years, so you would have to find out from the lender. But there was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in those units that went for $400,000 within the last 6 months. Verde Valley School Road, there are actually quite a few nice townhome complexes in Verde Valley School Road. Only saw 1 sale in there. 1-bed, 1-bath for $330,000. And then lastly, not quite lastly, there was one on Canyon Diablo, very nice, although it looked like 1985 inside. 2-bed, 2-bath, little patio. That one listed for $400,000, but it actually sold for $452,000, and it sold very quickly. Now, there was one other townhouse complex in Village of Oak Creek. This is one I really like. It's way west. It's actually very close to the golf course, very close to the country club. Has beautiful views of the Red Rocks. There were 2 in there that sold. This unit I think also has a pool. Anyhow, there were 2 2-bedroom, 2-baths. Both of them had listed for $400,000, but listen to this. One of them sold for $475,000. That's $75,000 over asking price, and the other one sold for $451,000. So that's basically it. If you have $400,000 and you're wanting to spend that, that's about what you would get. If you would, of course, put your budget a little higher, 500, 600, there's a little more, probably to get something decent in Sedona, that if it's more than just one of you and you want a single family home with a yard, plan on spending between $650 and $950, and of course there's plenty of super luxury mansions in Sedona, a lot less in the lower price range, and that's probably why they sell so fast. So anyhow, I sell in Sedona, not only Sedona, but Verde Valley, which includes Cottonwood, Cornville, Clarkdale, Camp Verde, Rimrock. So if you would like me to do the similar type of video for anything that is sold in Verde Valley or even Flagstaff, put that in the comment below, because I'm just curious. Again, I am not trying to be a snob and telling you that if you come to me with a $300,000 budget that I won't help you. What I'm trying to say is it's very expensive, and just be prepared for sticker shock if you're going to be shopping for homes in Sedona. My name's Dawn Dickenson. I sell real estate here, and if you have a real estate question, my contact information is below, and my channel is Living in Northern Arizona, where I sell or I publish a video every single week about some topic. That was my dog. Every single week I do a video on some topic relating to living in Arizona, and particularly the northern half of the state. So I do hope you liked the video. I hope you subscribe and come back to see me here again next week.